And we're back. Here we are. We're back. We're doing the mixed up schedule daily today. Everything is all mixed up and messed up, and it's fantastic and wonderful anyway. Normally we do start the show at 6 p.m. Pacific, but we've moved it to 5. So any of you who are watching the VOD right now, you want to tune in live, tune in at 5 p.m. Pacific. Today is May 24th, 2012, and this is the 24th episode of the Jack Attack. By the power of macro, we make noobs into not noobs. It's great. Today, with us, we have, let me call on Skype, RandoOne! From Toronto, Canada, we have RandoOne. Pick up the phone. What up, Rando?
Hello.
Hey, man. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm fucking great. I'm just gonna grab your replays real quick, because I didn't put them in the folder. Like a derp noob. Derpty 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 derp. Herpty derpty derpty derp. Extract all files. Just so you guys know, if you want a replay file to be accessible to you in StarCraft, you go to your username, and then you go to Documents, StarCraft 2. You go into Accounts, and then you click on your account number. If you don't know, you have to guess around for a little while till you find it. Then you go into the other weird number-letter combination thing, and then you go into Replays, and you just put it right in there, and it'll show up. I have a folder called the Jack Attack, so I'm going to put my replays in there.
Did you see what Primal told you?
Primal says, Jack, you got your first subscriber on YouTube. Whoa! Nice! That's awesome. What is Jack singing, says Zerg Hunter. You have to guess. I said name that tune. That's the way name that tune works. You goof. Cool. Alright, into the StarCraft. Back to the StarCraft. Cool, man. So, tell me about your week. How's the Lateran been going? How's things been going in the macro system?
Really good. I've moved up from silver to gold this week.
Sweet, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. And when you started doing the macro program, what rank were you?
Kind of high bronze, low silver.
High bronze, low silver. Now you're busting into gold. And what level were you playing when you busted into the gold league?
I actually stayed on level 4 for a bit because it seemed to be the most, I guess, easiest way to win. I still do have a little anxiety of losing.
Okay.
So the higher levels requires units that need more micro, but since we can't micro, it's really hard to just make them and send it off, and then they die.
Wait, can you say that again? I just got distracted by the chat. I'm a terrible host.
Okay, say for the higher levels, we have Reapers and Ghosts, right?
Right.
We send them in with an A move, and we can't micro them.
Right.
And it feels like a giant waste of minerals doing that.
Oh, it totally is. It completely is.
So I stayed at level 4, so... and that's how I got into gold. When I got into gold, I started trying the other ones, and they weren't winning any games for me, but my macro was still improving.
Cool. So, just to re-explain why the whole level system exists the way it does, and even though certain levels are better at winning than other levels, obviously, I've said it a bunch of times, winning doesn't matter, but more specifically, the idea is you want to get a feel for how you want to get a feel for all of your units and all of your upgrades and how they feel against different things. So that way you can sense things like, ooh, this battle will go well for me, or this battle will not go well for me, and stuff like that. Also, the other thing is, the only requirement at each level for the unit is that you made at least one of each unit so far. So you only need to make one Reaper. And as long as your barracks are continually churning out something, then you're fine. You only have to make one Ghost. But Ghosts are fucking nuts, by the way, man. They're so fucking good, man. But basically, What's funny?
It's not something in the chat. Okay.
Somebody's looking at a hilarious cat. All right, of you that want to, if you're ever feeling down, right? If you lose a bunch of games, just go look up pictures of funny cats. You're gonna feel better almost instantly. I'm pretty sure of it. All right, so what are the new ones titled? Level 4, 5, 6, and 7?
Yep, those are the ones.
Damn. All right, let's do level 4 first. Let's check it out. Ooh, wow. Whew, this is going to be a tough one. You're battling against He Who Must Not Be Named. Ooh. God, that's scary. I mean, I thought He Who Must Not Be Named would be in the Platinum League at least. I mean, I didn't expect him to be down here. Oof. Wow, that's, he's kind of like a jerk. He's just using a Smurf account so he can just beat up on lesser wizards. What a jerk.
Can you tell me how well he 4-gated as well? Because last time I faced a cannon rush, but it was really slow.
Yeah.
So, I just want to see how his 4-gate was.
Cool. Well, he's not building probes right now, and that's a mistake.
Oh.
So he's losing a little bit of time in that. Wait, no, that was just the regular 9 pylon gap. Usually you have a gap in 9 pylon. That'll normally happen. Alright, so the timing with the pylon is good. Chrono Boost is in a nice timing. He's not doing the 10 pylon action, he's doing the regular sort of 9 pylon action. Sending out. Pretty well timed. 20 minutes late on 20 minerals late on the gateway. That's not bad. Could have been better, obviously, but no huge slip up so far. He's still building probes like he's supposed to. Did you build your gas? I haven't 4-gated anyone in such a long time. What is he on 13? Gas on 13 kind of makes sense, right? Let's see how it lines up. See if he's got any extra minerals or gas lying around. Builds the second pylon now. Don't know if you need to do that. Gas finishes. Does he start mining gas right away? No, he doesn't. I don't think he needs to either, and he might have got that a little bit early, so that's a little bit of an inefficiency. Spartan 4-gate should hit 6 minutes at 6 minutes time. It can be at 5:45, or even earlier. Spartan 5:40. Alright, Cybernetics Core. Building placement is kind of weird here. It's either you wall off or you don't wall off. Not this like, well, I'm going to kind of wall off. I don't know how, he feels about that. Well, he's building up gas right now. Might have got the gas a little bit too early. How are we looking on workers? Resources. No. Income. He's got 18 and you've got 16 because he's chrono boosting. That makes sense. Chrono boost. Oh, wow. He's using full chrono boost in the warp gate. Let's see if he times his gateways appropriately. No chrono boost, no chrono boost, no probes. Alright. Actually, he should be stopping. He should not be building this probe right now. Wait, check. 3. Yeah, he should not be building this probe right now. On a hardcore 4-gate, you stop building probes at around 20. Some people go a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but 20 is around the number. And you constantly chrono boost your Cybernetics Core. He was not constantly chrono boosting it. He's got his proxy pylon down in a reasonable time. He's got his Stalker and his Zealot moving out. Everything seems pretty normal. Pretty freaking regular. And you're building mad shit. Awesome. Don't think you're gonna have any problem with this at all.
I did have to pull a few workers.
What was that?
I have to pull a few workers to defend his first push.
Yeah. That'll happen sometimes. You gotta realize also, if he's doing a good, strong 4 warp gate, he's gonna be cutting workers. Like he's cutting a worker right now. Maybe intentionally, maybe not, but he is cutting a worker. It's 24 to 24 right now. Oh, what terrible timing is that? You moved. Oh, let's watch that again. Guys, this is the worst thing that can ever happen to you, but sadly, sometimes it just does happen. So he's hanging out over here, right? And RandoOne's going to be a good player. He's going to be like, alright, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to put some pressure on. Let's go into the RandoOne cam. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, he just barely doesn't see the bunch of units that are right here. Oh, and then the probe. Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. It's the worst feeling in the world. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Repairing is good. But that would have had to been a really quick pull. Alright. Yep. Pulling the SCVs to make it happen. So you're behind on SCVs right now. Do you come back in this game and win?
Well, you'll see.
Nice, I like it. Leaving the suspense, very nice. Oh crap! Look at this. The counterattack working beautifully. Holding it. Are you gonna repair the tech lab? Repair the tech lab. Oh no! You did not repair the tech lab. For those of you who don't know, Terrans can repair their buildings as they're burning down. That was a burning building. You can be a firefighter, also known as the SCV. So repair that shit. Repairing is always more cost efficient than building it over again. And it's way more time efficient. That's really the key. That's really the big part. So he's continuing to be aggressive, kind of. You did a shit ton of... Wow, you can only build zealots now from these 3 warp gates, so you should be totally fine, hopefully. Walling in. We're going to have any Gosu repairs? Any Gosu... Oh, here we got the... yeah, there we go. That's the repair in action. Nice. Well, we're not really care about this guy. It's in the orange. It only needs 5 more hit points to start burning down, but no big deal. No, but that's 5 hit points. It's not like zealots do, like, you know, 8 damage with 2 attacks, which is 16, which is more than 5 or anything like that. You know, it's no big deal. And you whittled him down to 2 gates. Almost killed his Nexus. Wow, nice job. And this is a really great example of how someone can have a really good strategy, like the 4-gate, but not have the macro to back it up. This guy did not have the timing, the macro, any of the stuff to back it up. So a player like Rando, who's just macroing it up, doing his thing, doing the macro, is going to defeat him pretty easily. Because the power of macro is a very strong power indeed. Anyway, so the Marines come in here, also known as guys with guns, and they shoot down a bunch of probes. This guy's not doing so good. Ooh, oh, that's your income. I was like, man, look at that. Let's go to resources, keeping the money nice and low, gas nice and low too, man. You're doing really good keeping that gas low. Voldemort left the game. Nice. Defeated the most evil wizard of all time. Very nice. Very great. Well done. Cool. Excellent, excellent game.
Harry Potter then.
You must be Harry Potter. Rando, are you?
Neither can live while the other survive.
Neither can live while the other survives. That's a good point. You just killed him, so I guess you're Harry Potter. So today, Quest of a Noob, we have the Harry Potter, actual Harry Potter, on with us right now. Alright, so level 5, that adds what? The Reaper?
Yep. Just
Cool.
the Reaper and that's it.
The Reaper. Thunder Fist with a completely nonsensical capitalization. Ugh. For those of you who are going to harp on me, because I have alternating caps in my name, I want you to know, it was well thought through, okay? It was a well thought through alternating caps. I didn't just randomly alternate the caps. I said, oh look, it's palindrome consonants versus vowels, and it goes every other. I'll just make the consonants capital, and it'll happen to be alternating at the same time. It'll be aesthetically pleasing. And so I chose to do that. Whenever I make a Reddit post, everyone's like, well, if you want people to take you seriously, maybe you should not have alternating caps in your name. I was like, wow, dude, calm down. Way to judge a book by its alternating caps. Huh. If I pick up a book and the title is in alternating caps, I immediately put it down. I don't care if it's 1984. Okay? I put it down.
there's a new person that got.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sorry, Trench. Just to let you know, this is basically how the show works. Trench, welcome to the show. There's a level system in the info section that you can, that you see below. Everyone sort of starts at level 1 or level 2, and basically you focus only on your macro, because macro is an aspect of StarCraft 2 that never, ever changes. Stay the path. You can't capitalize 1984, and that was the joke. Very, very well fucking done.
You can capitalize on.
In any case,
I'm not gonna talk about like whose lady friend plays like the coolest game. Spartan's lady friend plays Skyrim, and Zergunder's lady friend plays Skyrim.
okay, but whose lady friend plays StarCraft? That's really whoever's lady friend plays StarCraft. That person is the winner of that contest. That's the way it works. I know. I'm sorry. I got kind of distracted. Anyway, back to Trench. So, one player focuses totally on macro. Right. This game, it's RandoOne, and his opponent, who's just playing a regular game on the ladder and not necessarily doing anything specific, although he could be. Thunderfist is doing whatever, and your job is to beat the opponent as the macro player, only using your macro. So you only attack move to his base, and you completely focus on keeping your money and your gas as low as possible. The lower that stays, the better. You want to keep that shit in the double digits if you can. And the way we calculate how well we're spending our money is something called SQ. So if you look down at the bottom in the info section, there'll also be a link that is titled "What is SQ?" or "What is macro?" actually, and the SQ calculator. So you click on that, and it'll explain what SQ is. But basically, it just says how well you're spending your money. So we take a couple of stats at the end of every game to see how well we're doing. So that way, whether you win or lose, you can see if you're improving, which is a great way to beat ladder anxiety and to feel a lot better about being on the ladder. Okay. Trench is a blind and deaf StarCraft 2 player. That's pretty fucking awesome. I've heard of a deaf StarCraft 2 player that is doing very well, but blind and deaf. Now that's... Wait a minute, that's... I'm pretty sure you can't do that. I don't think you can do that. That's... Wow. That's... Trench is very impressive. I don't know. That's pretty fucking amazing. Cool. So we got the Reaper, right? The Reaper adds in on level 4. If you look down the info section, level 4 adds the Reaper. Reaper's a cool unit because it destroys buildings. Hopefully that won't be taken out in Heart of the Swarm. Please, Blizzard, don't take that out in Heart of the Swarm. It's the coolest part of the fucking Reaper. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Anyway, he can totally destroy buildings. He has his regular attack, which does extra damage against light. Really good for killing Zerglings, and in this case, really good for killing some Zealots, as long as the Zealots don't touch you, because their side blades hurt. They're pokey. They're made of energy. Energy hurts. They also jump cliffs. I'm gonna watch some cliff jumping action by the Reaper. I'm the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. I think that's how it goes. I don't really know that song, actually. I should know that song. Hops right into the base. Bam. Throwing some bombs. That's the other thing I was talking about, right? Look at this. 30 damage per shot. Also great at killing workers. This is your base rating unit. It's great. I love Reapers. They used to be so good that you could go 5 racks Reaper against Zerg in the beta, and it was great. It was wonderful. I think they can unnerf the Reaper now that they buff the Queen. I think it's okay to undo the changes done unto the Reaper, so that we might see more Reaper play. I think that would be okay. So by focusing on the parts of the game, that was a huge fucking tangent, huh? By focusing on the parts of the game that don't change, you can get better at StarCraft very fucking quickly. Absolutely the fastest way that I figured out how to get someone from zero experience with StarCraft to playing and having a good time is by doing this method. By only working out your macro first, exploring the units one by one, figuring out how they work, and all that stuff, and then moving on into strategy and micro and things like that. But first, just solidifying your macro. It's similar to learning how to dribble and pass and shoot and run before you can play basketball. You want to be able to do all those things before you start thinking, oh, okay, we'll set up this play where I pass this guy and he passes to me and we do an alley-oop, but it's fucking great, right? That's great. If you can do the alley-oop or slam dunk, that's awesome. That's not the first thing you should be working on. The first thing you should be working on is, well, being able to run. If you can run, good. You want to be in good condition so you can run and play the whole game. And that's what macro is. Macro is learning how to run, dribble, shoot, pass, the very, very basics. No matter what strategy your opponent is using, you will need to spend your money. You will need to macro. And no matter what strategy you're doing, you will need to macro. No matter what changes in the game, the metagame will change, all this different stuff, you will need to macro. And if you don't macro, nothing will work very well for you. By which I mean nothing at a sort of, not like the strategies won't really work well if you're not macroing. The timings won't exist properly if you're not macroing and if your opponent is not macroing. Rando, a little bit of suggestion for, especially on this map, for this level, for what, is this level 5? Make a fucking bunch of Reapers, man. And make your regular task force, right? And send in a bunch of Reapers, like, to just demolish his base. Like,
yeah, I think he'll just target the gas geyser and then he'll get a stalker from there really quick.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was a really good idea.
You'd be surprised at how much damage Reapers can do in a very short amount of time. He's got only one stalker up there, and it almost died to your 2 Reapers. If you had, say, something silly like 10 Reapers, you would like jump in, kill the stalker, kill those 2 pylons, probably the gas geyser, and at least one, if not both of these forges before they did anything. And if you send them at the same time as your other units, if they send their other units back to defend, then you get to kill their fucking natural. So it's like a 2-pronged attack with 1 A move. Especially on this map, it just works out really nicely. Reaper is a very underexplored unit. Since it got nerfed, people don't really use it too much, and people will argue with me that it's not good.
If it's really macro's really important for Zerg.
Trench says macro is really important for Zerg, right? Yes, it is. Macro is also really important for Terrans and really important for Protoss. It's actually equally important for every single race. Because macro is defined as making and spending money, which is the core fundamental thing in StarCraft 2 and in almost all RTS games. It's incredibly, incredibly important. Because imagine if RandoOne was not making SCVs right now, you know. But he is, obviously, because he's a boss. Got a little bit of oversaturation here. Probably should take your 3rd. Nice! Nice, just as I say it, taking your 3rd. Good, this guy's using force field to his advantage. That's excellent. Look at these. 2 stalkers? Man, send 10 Reapers in here, it's fucking game over. I'm kind of biased. I have a certain bias towards the Reaper. I fucking love Reapers. But in any case, yes, macro is super important. If you don't macro, you don't have units to micro. If you don't macro, you can't execute a strategy. You know, macro is the core. It's super important for all races. Wait, State of the Game was on today? No way! I didn't even think they did that show anymore. I've been watching Inside the Game because I've been like, what's going on with State of the Game? Oh man, that's awesome. Tomorrow when I wake up, I'm going to turn on State of the Game while I'm doing my hotkey work and uploading videos to YouTube and talking with the guys at StarCraft2Strategy.com. If you guys didn't know, if you didn't know by looking in the info section, StarCraft2Strategy.com and I have teamed up to help the noobs. And they will be featuring me on their super awesome website. And they also offer some free coaching from there's another coach. They might get even more coaches later, but they have other coaches. So if I'm not available to help you out, if this time frame doesn't work for you to learn about StarCraft, then they've got some other coaches to help you out. Oh, look at that. Look at what happened. Some Reapers destroyed some fucking buildings. Oh, bam, look at that. Reaper versus Stalker. Who's wins? Oh, it's the Stalker, isn't it? Ah, damn it. Okay. Maybe I'm a little biased. Maybe I like the Reaper too much. Now imagine for a second here.
5 more. It would work out.
Nice transitionary plug. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So now imagine, look at this. This is right around 2,000 minerals. It was up there for a little while, right? And 200 gas. Imagine if Thunderfist had all this money spent, and instead of having this money in the bank, he had 2,000 minerals worth of units. Let's think of what that could be. 20 zealots. You know, some stalkers, you know. Less than 20 zealots and some stalkers. You know? That would be ridiculously helpful, if not game-winning. Zealots are super fucking awesome, especially against a Terran player who's not microing. Does he know that the other guy's not microing? Not really. Something I say every show, you should never have 2 pages of workers at a base. Looks like we got 3 extra workers over here.
How, as Protoss,
Oh, like,
do I protect
I can't
my
go
family
through the
from
force fields without that many guys.
What was that?
You know, just force field the ramp, and then I can't get up. So I thought I would build a giant force.
Oh yeah, that's totally good, but you got. I'm just saying you have 3 extra SCVs over here at the natural. It could be. Oh, you got. Whoa! What the? Oh, you mined out. Also, another very good move, right? So your goal should be, if you want to mine as efficiently as possible, your goal should be 3 or 4 bases with 2 rows of workers at each base. So 16 SCVs on the minerals at each base. And you want to build this command center before this base runs out. So when you hear that, you know, mineral field depleted, then you're like, oh shit, build your base right a fucking way. Right? Look at this base. This base is kind of getting on the low side. It might be a good idea in the near future to build that that next base up. Smashing some zealots. Nice. This guy's got 2-2. Does it matter? No, you've got Marines and Marauders. It's fine. You're fine. Just build some Marines and Marauders and you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. Okay, your army got totally obliterated and you didn't kill any of the mortals. No big deal. It's fine. He's got a trust fund in the bank. You got this. All you need to do is build more Marines and more Marauders. 16 plus gas. That's a very good question. Wait, is 16 including gas or just 16 on minerals? 16 plus gas. Remember, you should only have as many SCVs mining gas as you need. And that will vary with what kind of units you're making. So, vary it in that way. Good. We don't have any oversaturation over here. We have just a little bit of oversaturation over here. And we've got almost perfect saturation over here. Great. Just so you guys know, mules don't count for oversaturation. They actually mine on top of SCVs, and they mine more than SCVs. They're just fucking ridiculous. One of the reasons why the Terrans are so good is because mules. Mules get you extra minerals. And what do you do with minerals? Make more Marines, which is one of the best units in the entire game. Fucking perfect. This is a really cute move. If you take an observer, which is an invisible scout unit that the pros have, and opposite mouse click on one of their units, it will automatically follow their army around, so that way you can always know where their army is. This turned out to be an epic long game. Maxing out. Max in out. Now, a weird sort of thing happens when you're maxed out. It becomes difficult to spend your money, right? You want to build lots of unit producing structures when you're maxed out. So that way, as soon as your force dies, you can build it up right over again. So you're almost like a Zerg player. Did I say opposite mouse click? Opposite mouse click. I use opposite mouse click because you have your primary click, which is to select things, right? And you have opposite mouse click, which is to send stuff places, right? I do that because there are some lefties and some righties. So if I use right and left click, it gets a little bit confusing, especially because I'm a lefty. I'm mouse lefty. So that's why I use the terminology opposite mouse click. If there is a better term that's more like widely recognized, please tell me what it is and I will totally use it. But yeah, I use the terminology opposite mouse click. And I apologize if that's confusing. Attacking the two places at once. Thunder Fist. Doing good. Doing his thing. Oh, man. Colossus are really scary against Marine and Marauder. Real scary. Especially if you're not microing. Most things are scary if you're not microing. Ooh, we're going to lose this game, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah. You got over 100 SQ, though, right?
Yeah.
So you won. Alright, that's it. That's all it is. As long as you get over 100 SQ, then you win. I'm so sorry, Trench, that you can't see the video right now. If I could, I would give fiber optic internet to everyone in the entire world. And that's not an exaggeration. I really would do that. I think fiber optic internet for everyone is so critical and so fucking awesome. Man. Computers and fiber optic internet to all. Cool. Level 6s plus ghosts. We only have time for one more game, so we're going to skip right to the Hellion game. Cool. So level 7 adds Hellions, yes?
Yep.
Cool. How did you do with your gas management, with getting your factory and stuff like that? Was that easy for you? Did you run into more issues or what?
I add the composition of Hellions and Marines, so all I have to do is wait till it hits 100, then I threw down a factory.
Cool. And you went all Marine Hellion this game?
Yep. Nothing else.
Cool. So did you pull guys off of gas after you got your 100?
Yep. I threw down 3 factories, or 3 or 2, and then I pulled them out.
Nice. Excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. We have our opponent here. Hot Mama. Really? Are you really? Are you really a hot mama? Or are you a 15-year-old boy? I'm gonna put my money on 15-year-old boy. I'm gonna put my money on 13 to 30 white male. That's where my money's at. I think that this is someone who's either 13 years old or 30 years old or anywhere in between, white and male. That is my guess. Because that is the general majority of people who are playing games. We're trying to expand that. So if you're not within that age bracket or sex bracket or race bracket, fucking get in the game. Alright? Fucking get in there. Bust in. I will support you 100%. Because we need more diversity up in StarCraft 2. For show. Sure, you got South Koreans. You got white people of all nations, right? You got Ukrainian white people, you got French white people, you got, Italian white people. You got white people everywhere. Sometimes Italian people aren't as white. Sometimes their skin's more dark, but whatever, We need to get some... Oh, nice! Sick micro. That was some sick wall micro. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I did a little cheating there, but I don't think it hurt me that bad.
No, you can micro. As long as you're in your base, defending your base, you can micro. Just so you guys know, if I hadn't said it already, microing is not allowed to attack. You just attack, move to attack. So that way you can focus on spending your money. You're going against a Protoss player. So how did the Marine Hellion thing work out for you? Was it fun? Did you like it? Did it work really well? Or
I like the units, but Hellions without micro, that's kind of hard to do. You just kind of have to let them die.
Yeah. The other thing that I think is... You should have what earlier?
Attacked earlier.
Yeah. That's almost always going to be true. And it's good that you noticed that. Because what? He's got no units right now, right? He's just barely skimping by. But your supplies are about equal, so by the time you got over there, he'd probably be able to defend, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to try out all kinds of different
Have you seen
unit composition.
Because Carmen's coding.
Have I? No, I haven't. I have not seen the SpongeBob movie. Huh. I would love to go see that. Maybe I'll look it up on Netflix tonight. Oh, too bad. Already planning on watching Eddie Izzard. Oh! Anybody who hasn't heard of Eddie Izzard, get on YouTube and type in Eddie Izzard. Prepare to laugh your pants off and get educated at the same time. Primal wants me to watch the SpongeBob movie right the hell now. Currently, I am kind of busy, so I won't be able to doing that. But you know. Oh, this is an interesting question. Do you think we should introduce reactors in this part of the game? In this part of the leveling system, or do you think we should add those in after RandoOne? What's your opinion on that?
I think it'd be better to add after, because the gas management only gets even tougher when you add more stuff.
Yeah.
But I do see like it being a buffer actually, because sometimes I do go over too much gas, so you could easily throw down a reactor and then make 2 Marines.
Oh, it would be kind of a cool, like, oh shit, I made a mistake. Dump down a bunch of, yeah. Gas management is really, really tough when you don't have things like upgrades to sink your gas into when you don't have everything planned out correctly. But I like the way that this works out because it forces you to use your, plan your gas accordingly. It forces you to find out, okay, how many guys and gas do I need if I'm making a Marauder? And how many gas do I need if I'm making a Marauder and a Ghost and a Reaper? Or 3 Reapers and 2 Marauders, or what at a time, or whatever. I think those are really useful things to know. And not only to know, but to know why. What is this? The Hellions really love that Marine.
Oh, I moved them on there. I didn't want them to run by without support from the Marines.
Nice. Oh, but as I was saying, or as I started to say, okay, so shoot a shot. Really? Alright, we're gonna go back. I changed my hotkeys, so I don't know what the back button is. I'm gonna figure that out later. Alright, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna watch this engagement. The interesting thing about the Hellion, right, is it does damage in a line. It does damage to anything in that line, right? So the more things that are in that line, the more damage you're doing. I think. Okay, so we got this Hellion here, right? He's going in the line, right? And killing all this shit, right? He's killing all this shit, right? Now, imagine no force fields here, and imagine if you could get the Hellions right up here and deal damage to all this shit at once. I feel like that is such an awesome thing that I don't see a lot of players doing. I see a lot of players doing this, like, sort of, okay, I'm gonna hit you with the very edge of my splash damage instead of hitting like as much as possible with it. I think really that's where the power of the Hellion is, and I think it's sort of untapped. So just sort of, I'm gonna throw that out there. Okay, it's May 24th, 2012.
Send the Hellions in first without Marines.
Well, I was talking making a small micro point sort of a thing.
Oh. Okay.
I think sending them in just with the Marines like that was a sweet move. I like that. For those of you who didn't see what happened, what you do is you click on your faster unit, opposite mouse click on your slower unit, and then double click your slow unit, or control click your slow unit and attack move, and then they'll all stay together. Otherwise, the fast unit will jump up ahead, and that won't be good. But that was a sweet move. But yeah, no, I'm just thinking about the future of the Hellion and the micro therein. Force fields are good, guys. Force fields are good. Was that micro? RandoOne. We catch RandoOne doing micro quite a bit. But we still love you. We still love you, RandoOne. Even though you micro when you're not supposed to. Okay? We still think you're cool.
Just hurts to A-move my Hellions when I know they have a family back at home.
Yeah, you know? It's really that Rando just cares about the lives of all of his soldiers, and I really appreciate that. Bit of a big transfer. Right?
Yeah.
To do a transfer like that, what you want to do is control click to find out how many guys you have. Right? Oh, nice. And you have 0 gas right now. That's fucking awesome. Control click to see how many guys you have. and leave at least 2 rows of guys here. And then say, oh, okay, so if you have a page, say you have like a page and a half, grab that extra half a page, and maybe a little bit extra, and then send them over. Right? Because then you have this. You have oversaturation here at your natural, and you have undersaturation in your main. Right? G to the G. Well, sometimes that's going to happen. Is there a Terran hotkey to select my Nexus? Oh, is there a hotkey, Trench says, to select my Nexus without clicking on it? Yes, there is. There absolutely is. We've got these wonderful things called control groups. And I'm going to demo that for you right now because everyone should know about control groups, and this would be a great way to show it.
Wait, will you show the kitty? Because Primal hasn't seen the kitty, I don't think.
Really? Alright.
That there's a kitty.
Is the kitty being cute right now? Yeah. Alright.
Is it
So,
cute?
as it is customary on the show, whenever there's a cute kitty in the room, we'll show you guys the cute kitty. Oh, isn't he the cutest kitty? Look at her. Look at her little face, his little paws. Oh my god. Alright. If that didn't make you feel better, I can't help you. That's as good as I can do. That's as good as I can do for making you feel better.
Little hand.
Little hand. All right. Cool. So let's talk about control groups. It's a really great thing that we haven't ever really gone over in depth, and we got some time, so let's do it. All right. So the way that control group works are. Throw on an AI opponent. No, we're going to have no AI opponent. Cool. If you ever want to train without an AI opponent, you want to test stuff out, just remove them from the lobby. Opposite mouse click, remove from lobby. Load up your game. You're going to load in all by yourself, and then it's going to say, what is this? Okay. And it's going to say, victory. Don't hit score screen. Hit return to game. Bam, you're mining minerals. Okay, so the numbers on a standard hotkey set, the numbers 1 through 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, are your hotkeys, your control groups. And what happens is if you click on one and you press control and then that number. Oh wait, what hotkey was that? There we go. It will show up, right? If I was on a standard hotkey setup, I would have just pressed control 5. Now, whenever you press 5, that's selected, right? I select my drone, press 5, and the hatchery is selected. This lets you do cool things like looking over here at this battle, right? I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm doing this battle. Oh my god, I'm doing the battle. Making some drones. Oh my god, I'm doing the battle. I'm doing the micro battle. Am I making? Okay, doing the battle. Am I okay? Alright, I'm doing the battle. Right? And it's really good. It's really good for you to be able to do that, right? You can also, not only can you do one type of building, but you can do 2 types of buildings. Let's show an example of that right now. We can add this into our control group. So to create the control group, we can hit control and then the unit. But to add something to a control group, we can press shift. So right now, our 5 control group is hatchery, right? Hatchery. If you double click, it'll send you right to it. It'll center on it, right? There we go. We can click on this. There you guys go. We can click on this and hit shift 5, and now we have 2 things in here. It'll show you the picture of the hatchery, but if you press the 5 button, you see we have a hatchery and an evolution chamber. And we use the next subgroup button, which I think is 5 in this layout. Oh shit. What is the next subgroup button? Oh, whoops. We're gonna make it 5. Ah, shit got fucked up. It's okay, I'll fix it later. Alright, we're gonna press the next subgroup button to go between, right? See, we're looking at our evolution chamber right now. Next subgroup. we're making our drones. 5. Next subgroup, looking at our upgrades. I think I'm going to get this upgrade, so I'm going to press the Z button. Upgrades going. And now we can see this white dot over here. So now, whenever we're going about our business, making our drones, we see this white dot. And when that white dot disappears, that means that the upgrade is all done. So that way you can go over. Let's make another drone. You can press the Z button, the 5 button, or whatever button it is for next subgroup for you. Alright? And it'll say, oh, the upgrade's done. Cool. Let's get another upgrade. Bam. Require more Vespine gas. Okay, I guess I'll make this one. Alright. Okay, jeez. Calm down. But I'm not gonna make any of that stuff because this upgrade's not done. You don't want to queue units, you also don't want to queue upgrades. Spartan asks, can I answer a question really quick? I would love to answer a question. What is your question, Spartan? Spartan. Oh, it was a chat delay. I knew there was a chat delay. Oh. Does your new setup have a return to base before doing whatever key? For probes carrying minerals and stuff. Oh, absolutely. For those of you who don't know, this is a super useful trick. Ready for this? All right, let's get these guys back. Whoops, click on things, Tom. Click on things, Jack. Just so you guys know. Sometimes I slip with that and call myself different names. I've been known under many aliases before. Tom is one of them. Sometimes people also call me cousin. People also call me Rumpelstiltskin on occasion. But basically the return cargo button, this button right here, it appears only when the drone, this drone, right, has cargo. Mutation complete. Wonderful. Alright, so I can grab any amount of these guys and send them to hit gas. Go to gas. And then if I hit G, they'll return their minerals before going into the gas. Right? Obviously for you it's going to be different. But let's watch that again, okay? So I want to grab 3 random guys. 3 random guys. Oh, I'm used to just clicking the ones that just return the minerals. Sorry. Oh, this is so weird to purposely grab them at the wrong time. Hit G, they return the minerals, and they go back. I didn't tell them to go back, all I did was hit G. Super fucking beautiful. Very awesome. Cool. Let's open it up for any more questions while we're in here just doing some random test business. Yeah, my macro's kind of bad right now. You know, I'm total scrub. Jack, are you plat or diamond? I'm bronze, actually. Or masters. I'm bronze. I'm in the bronze league. I don't know if you've seen my account. I can show you later, but I'm in the bronze league. I'm clearly a noob. Don't judge people based on their league.
Where do you get your awesome?
Jack, where do you get your awesome? I actually get my awesome from my sweat. I sweat awesome. So what I do is I collect that sweat in a jar, and I have a sacred ritual which I prepare over the jar of sweat, and then I drink it. I actually drink my own sweat, and that is how I internalize my awesome. Excellent question. Can I get some mailed to me to drink? No, you are not allowed to drink. It only works on me. It only works on me. Having health bars on is an option, I guess. Oh, cool, Trench. Cool. Let's do this real quick. Let's go over some option things in StarCraft 2 that'll help you play better. First of all, you want your texture quality on low and your graphics on low, except for this one thing. So you go low, and then you want models on high. Models on high is the only thing that you need higher than low to play the game. If you can't handle models on high, then don't do it, not a big deal. What this will do is it'll allow you to know which unit is warping in before it finishes warping in. Having the models on high allows you to do that. Really, really, really fucking good. Sound, not really a big deal. You need response and error sounds. Game volume during alert should be about 100%, give or take 0. Everything else is sort of ambient sounds aren't necessary. Sound effects are necessary. Interface sounds are not necessary. Voice doesn't really matter. Controls.
How long will it take to get used to your
How long will it take to get used to my layout? I have no fucking idea because no one's tried it before. It's brand new. I'm gonna guess 2 weeks. 1 week or 2 weeks if you're playing a lot. If you don't play a lot, then maybe a month. But if you're playing a lot, it shouldn't be anymore. You want mouse sensitivity fucking off. Don't turn on the mouse sensitivity ever. Don't do it. You want to set it to 54 and then disable it just in case. It's a weird, deep, confusing thing, but just trust me on this one. Go look at YouTube videos online if you don't believe me. This is the way to play. Confined mouse cursor, you want that on. I've been casting and going between 2 monitors, so I don't do that. Disable Windows key, whatever. I ripped mine out, so it doesn't really matter. Disable Alt Tab. I like the Alt Tab. Gameplay, super important stuff. Unit status bars, always. Absolutely motherfucking always. You need to know when units are weak. You need to know when shit's gonna need to be repaired. You need to know when shit's gonna die, when shit's good, when shit's bad. You need to know shit. And having the unit status bars on always allows you to know shit. The more kind of shit that you know, the better. Flyer helpers are great. Flyer helpers look like this. There are these, whoopsies, these little things that come down from the flying units. You see them on your enemy as well. So that way you can storm right there. Or you can fungal growth right there. Because otherwise it's kind of difficult to judge. It's kind of tricky. Menu bar mode hidden. I don't like it. I just use my F keys. If it was on normal, it would look like this. So I can click on the stuff. But I've memorized these keys so I can have it hidden. Control groups unclickable. You don't want to accidentally. That's down here. Watch. Hidden. Nothing. Normal. Control groups are down here. Unclickable. I like unclickable because I like to see stuff down here. It actually gives you some information. It'll tell me how many hatcheries I have in my control group. Kind of all that kind of good stuff. Alerts, I don't really like them. I use the sound, but if you like alerts, stuff will show up over here, like when you have idle workers and shit like that. Game timer, super important. That's this timer right here. It'll help you get a feel of the game. Display tooltips, that's this stuff over here. If you scroll over, it'll say, hold position does this. It costs this much for this. If you have it all memorized and you know everything and you're a fucking genius, you don't need tooltips, but I suggest starting with the tooltips. Hotkey command text, super important, especially if you're learning my new setup or any new setup. That's these letters over here. Having the letters and numbers here makes your life a billion fucking times easier. Mature language filter, fuck that shit. Okay? Fuck censorship. Okay? I only censor very specific words on the show that pretty much can't be used in any other way aside from hateful. Jokes that are hateful are still hateful jokes. And accept. Okay, that's pretty much it for the settings. Oh man, we are at 52 minutes for this portion of the show. So we're gonna sign off. It's been cool. It's been fun hanging out. I'll probably hang out in the chat for a couple of minutes before I switch over to watching Day 9 and or Eddie Izzard. Probably not both at the same time. Haven't really decided yet, but I will watch Day 9 in the morning, of course, as should you. I will catch all of you guys later. Name that tune. See you later. Later.